They say the definition of insanity is doing something over and over again, expecting a different result. Well, we're doing it. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna try again. Okay, so I'm just walking out to my garden. I have a tape measure, some string, and my gloves. So before I can plant anything, I need to mark out where my rows are going to be so that I can follow my garden plan as best as I can. This line isn't perfect, but it's as good as I could really get it for right now. So we've just finished marking out at least this portion of the garden. All right, so I have no clue what I'm doing. My husband is usually the one that does this sort of stuff for me, but he is at work. And I am gonna do my best to try to get this pole in the ground and this trellis set up by myself. So let's do this. This, I was worried about that. I was really worried about that. And here it is. I was worried to hit that a little bit harder, and I thought,
you know, if I just hit it one more time, like just really hard to get it down into the ground pretty deep, it would be perfect.
yeah, that worked out magnificently. We're gonna have to think of something else. I have no other poles here, and I don't want to run out anywhere to get the poles that I would need. So we're gonna try it again. So here we go. I think we did it. Well, I hope that will be good enough. I have a few more poles in my shed. I'm gonna go grab them and I'm gonna put them up in here. Well, we have 3 poles in the ground, but I think that looks pretty good considering how nervous I was about this. Looks like it's gonna rain soon. Up in these clouds are looking pretty scary. What do you think? I feel pretty good about these poles, even though I broke one. So I'm gonna go grab my chicken wire and I'm gonna try to set it up on these poles. So we got our first trellis up. I'm sure I'm gonna have to add something to the top because I'm sure these peas will get a lot taller. Sorry about the wind, you guys. It's really windy and I can feel this storm kind of blowing in. Alright, so we're just coming back outside. The sun has come out. The wind is not blowing as bad as it was. It really looked like it was going to storm there for a minute, and it did rain a little bit, but not enough where I felt like my peas got watered well enough. I have my tools. I'm going to plant some of these seeds, and I think I'm going to plant some more peas down the other side of the trellis. So I'm going to start planting radishes and bunching onions and Walla Walla onions in the rest of this space. And kind of see how small those seeds are. Very, very small. So I'm just going to, that's about 4 inches, right? I don't think French breakfast gets that big. I've never grown radishes. I've never really had a desire to grow radishes. But my daughter loves, I think she loves the idea of radishes. So she'll see them in the store and she always wants us to buy them. But I just don't, I've never really used radishes in my cooking, and so I've never bought any. I am planting radishes this year for her. So with such tiny seeds, you try not to bury them too deep just because they need to have enough energy to be able to get to the surface of the soil. I think we're gonna go ahead and do our bunching onions now. But bunching onions love to bunch. And so that's how they want to be grown. Skim off this top layer of soil. Again, these are tiny seeds, and so you don't want to bury them too deep. A larger seed you bury much deeper, but because these are so small, you want to be careful with how deep you plant them. And I'm probably going to do all of them because I have the room, so why not, you know? So I'm just going to sprinkle them on here, and that's kind of how I'm going to do it because, again, these like to bunch. They like to be close together. They like to grow really close together. I'm just going to scoop up this and kind of sprinkle it over the top. Same thing on this side. So I'm just going to separate them out. I'm going to space these about 4 inches apart.